The Clashing Conferences Podcast. Let's go.
Hey! Welcome back to the Clashing Conferences
And
Podcast,
back and back
Baseball
and back.
Edition. I'm your host, back and back, baby. What's up? We're back. We are back. Actually, we survived. Minus Paul. Oh, and Corey, by the way. Free Corey. Yeah, he got freed. I don't know where he is. But we survived the Clashing Conferences rendezvous weekend that we had. So, Lewis and Mike, since you boys were there, tell me, give me a little something. I want to save some from Matt Libs later, but tell me, how was your experience getting together with everybody?
I would say the hair is real.
Woof. Yours or
It's
mine?
not AI.
Your hair.
Your hair's very real.
And
It's not AI.
It's not gray like it looks.
It is, but it's not a filter or nothing like that. It actually looks that good. And Mike is really sad to say, but he really is a Mets fan. he was wearing a Mets hat. He had a Met orange polo, and yeah, that's all I have to say about him. But meeting some of the other guys, it was pretty cool.
Let me make one assumption here, just based on my knowledge of Mike. What are the odds that he was wearing slides?
Sorry, Paul, but I was not looking at his toes.
You're always looking at Paul's toes.
And you won't want to. Seriously.
I'm never looking at Paul's toes. I'm always asking about his toe ever since he mentioned the injury.
Yes,
so get that correct.
Just looking out.
We can roll the tape again.
Yeah,
if you wanted the night that he put his seat on camera and you were all over it.
Negative, okay. Red Ranger. Negative. It's just like if you were to get injured, I will be concerned and I will ask you, hey, how's your toe? How's your thumb? How's your head?
Got you.
Come on now.
I don't care about Paul's toe. I want to hear about Mike.
Great time,
Mike,
man. It was Matt. It was great to meet you. Great to meet Lewis. Great to meet Tony. Got to meet a lot of people for the first time face to face. Got to see a lot of people that I've known for decades and haven't seen in a while since I'm coming from, North Carolina and driving up to PA for that. But speaking of North Carolina, we got some crazy storms here right now. So if I'm in and out tonight, it's a reason for that. But hopefully not miss too much time here. But great weekend. Great weekend. Thank you, Steve, for hosting a lot of these guys and putting the schedule together and everything that we did, and just an awesome time.
Yeah, I mean, I had a fantastic time. Getting to meet everybody was really awesome. Iron Leg, the casino, the Phillies game, everything that we did
was
really fun, very eventful. Cheesesteak going to Philly. We went straight to Philly to get an authentic cheesesteak from what? Jim's. Got a whiz wit. Oh yeah, Tony got a whiz without. I would like a whiz without, please.
What? Wow.
Been like,
the guy making it really started making
without.
fun of him. He started he was like cooking and started laughing. He was like, "What?" He looks up. He's like, "I would like a whiz without."
Wow. I didn't teach him nothing.
What a weirdo.
But no, it was a great time, a lot of laughs. And again, for anybody out there that's watching, anybody interested in joining the platform or have been talking to us about joining the platform, these guys are the real deal. These guys are everything that you see on camera and more. I had never met any of these people before until this past weekend. I can tell you they are the nicest, most hospitable, funny, friendly people you will ever meet. So again, if you have an opportunity to jump in and become a part of this, you should. But also, you have to be pretty cool. So, you could either be cool like me and Lewis and Mike, or you could be like Paul and go to the discotheque and drink.
And not sensitive.
Not hot chocolate or whatever the hell he's drinking or over there. So, I don't know. Paul, how was your birthday weekend? How was my birthday?
Birthday was great. Went to the pool, had some drinks, did some sweet moves off the diving board.
What are you drinking right there? Lime Ricky Martin? What is that?
Yeah, no, it's a cold hot chocolate. A cold hot chocolate, actually.
How could it be cold and hot?
It's well, it's a cold drink, but let me tell you, dude, it's fire. So there's your hot.
Ooh. Uh-oh. We losing Mike again?
Yep. Good old
These
Storms.
Oh, snap.
Good, because I really didn't want to have him here for the point segment anyways. So we
Ooh.
can go ahead and roll through that anyways without him.
Yeah, I agree with that. He seems to be the point officer.
All right. Go without him? Is that the plan?
Yes, go without
All right.
him.
I'm going to listen until the director says cut. We keep filming, baby. Okay, that's what we do around here. So let's go over the points. We have in the lead, minus his argument, Paul with 2 points.
Well, for now, we'll put an asterisk next to that. How about that?
Just like
Will you
just like
agree?
every other record in baseball.
Yes.
Yeah. Just like every
Yes.
other record in baseball,
Let's-
we'll have an asterisk next to it. Yep.
Or every Patriots record. Just put an asterisk right there.
Whoa!
Not a Patriots fan. You're not hurting my feelings even a little bit. Those guys cheated their way to 6 Super Bowls. So, yep.
Wicked cheating. Wicked cheetahs. Wicked cheetahs.
Yeah. Hey, snake it till you make it. Obviously, everybody else was not cheating as well as they were. So that's on everybody else. That's a reflection of you. So
Make it till you make it.
I agree.
Right? Hey!
Hey!
Oh, boys and girls.
Sophie, you've been
back.
gone a little longer, but
Yay! All right, so again, folks, Mike's going to be coming and going. He's pretending that there's a hurricane of some variety, when we all know that he's actually getting the hashtag Million Grimaces movement going at his house right now. So upstairs, there should be a couple hundred people putting on grimace outfits, preparing for maybe a parade. Fall.
That would be tons of fun. I think we're a little ahead of ourselves on the grimace movement, but
Negative.
that'd be a ton of fun.
Negative.
No such thing as being too far ahead. So, Mike, I was just going over the points. There's not a lot to go over, so I can do it really quick. Paul has 2 with an asterisk next to it, like every other baseball record. You, sir, got some points. You are
Let's go.
positive with 1, which is fascinating. That's like the second time in, I think, the last 7 months that's occurred. And Lewis, a.k.a. the Big Goose Egg, actually has -1 still. So
No.
0 would be looking good right now. Do you guys want me to explain how we got those points real quick? All right, I'll go quick. Hits. Everybody was tied with. It was individual player. There were 3 different players that had 3 hits. Therefore, you all got a point. Ding. RBI by a single player. Mike had that with JD Martinez, who hit a grand slam. RBIs. And then strikeouts, team total, which is a negative, bad thing. Lewis, your team had 12. Based off of the small sample size that I saw of the Phillies when I watched with you in Clementone, your team likes to go long periods without getting any hits. So, par for the course.
Yeah, take it.
Also, side note, one of the most entertaining Phillies games I've ever watched in my life. So we'll
Having
circle
a
back to that.
friend with a significant amount of
Pickleback
money on the
shots.
game will make it more entertaining always.
Listen.
Money had nothing to do with it. Stop it. Money
did.
had nothing with.
Maybe
It was
for
just-
one person.
It was a great experience.
Well, that one person's experience became the entire restaurant's experience, whether they
Yes.
liked it or not. Whether your pot stickers came out warm or cold, you were experiencing what was Tony P, aka Clementone. So that is the points. Paul, I know you were making an argument earlier. Do you want to rehash that, or?
Yeah, unlike Lewis, I am not okay with it. So yes, I believe that there should be a look back on the ruling for cursing last week. One, because that same term was used. Hey, we're just fine. Let's just keep on rolling. Didn't want
you
him.
See that?
He
disappears.
Yeah, I didn't need him right now for this segment, this part of the segment anyway. So, no, the term that in question was used in 2 PG-13 movies. That would be Medea's Homecoming as well as Scary Movie. And a neighbor of mine down the street today had advised, don't you put that buzzer down. I see there's no reason to have that in your hand, sir.
There is, but go on.
He is a teacher, much like yourself. He is, influencing our youth. And I asked him if if one of his students were to use that term, what would he do? And he said, absolutely nothing, because I've used it in front of them myself. That's all I needed to hear.
Naughty language?
And what was that term?
No. Nope. What is happening with the internet today, folks? Something is going on. Anyways, I have a question for you. This is why I was pulling out the buzzer. Is it because of geographic location as to why you're watching Medea movies, or?
No, that was a Google search. It was a Google search. I would never watch a Medea movie because, to me, Medea movies are kind of like watching the Ernest movies, like from back in the day.
Ernest?
Yeah.
Who's Ernest?
Okay, first off, I'm not
Jim?
gonna let you insult Ernest and you not know who he is. Are you both kidding me right now? Oh my, ew.
Who's
Yeah.
Ernest?
Rest in peace, Jim Varney.
Ernest P. Worrell. You don't know Ernest
Worrell.
Worrell? Bonus question: what was his dog's name?
Fluffy?
You ain't even seen the movie.
I got
Hey,
no
I
idea.
tried.
It's
I
Rimshot.
tried.
Oh my goodness! All right, boys, this is a baseball podcast, not podcast, even though it probably could. So, are we just gonna keep rocking and rolling without Mike? Is that what we're doing? Just gonna keep it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Hey, as long as the CC says is okay, we'll keep going.
Yeah, that works.
Content manager. Still behind the curtain. We're keeping it rolling. Here we go. All right. So you know what, Paul, for a few reasons. One being you weren't there. Two, because I actually partook in a actual Phillies game in Pennsylvania with my guy Lewis. Lewis, take it away. Your team has won 4 games in the last 3 weeks. 2 this week, which doubled their output from the
Yeah,
previous 2.
you know, it happens though. You know, you can't win them all.
Ken when Clementone is there.
Yes, definitely. And it was a great experience. As soon as we got into the place before the game even started, I'll say 30 minutes before the game started, we sit down, sitting at the bar. First thing he does, he asks the bartender if it's okay to get loud.
And then
Why
the
would you?
baseball game started. What happened in
And
the first 30 seconds?
the first 30 seconds, strike one, strike two, oh, home run.
Mm-hmm.
Clementone just went bananas.
Mm-hmm.
This guy started dancing. He started screaming and let's go Phillies.
Tony P is a Phillies fan?
Well,
And
he was that Sunday. He was that Sunday.
Figured he'd be a Brewers fan.
He is a Brewers fan in heart, but he put money on the game. That's why he was a Phillies fan.
Paul, you actually, Lewis and Paul, you both missed this. So when we were in Philly, we were kind of hopping around places. We walked into a place. There was maybe 5 people in there. Tony walks in, sees the Brewers on the screen, and immediately just goes, "Ah!" And the like host or whatever sitting at his table was like, "No, man, no, don't."
It was a nice,
Yeah.
quiet, calm scene.
So
We walk in, Tony just screams.
screams. So that's what happened at the game, like Lewis was describing. Except after that home run for the next 7 innings in 2.5 hours. Guess what happened?
Quiet.
Nothing. I don't even know if there were foul tips in the game. That's how boring it was. It was the most boring baseball I've ever watched in my entire life. And then, Lewis, what happened with the Phillies?
Bryce Harper hit a 2-run home run.
Hmm?
And Mr. Clementone came alive again. He couldn't even sit down. He was over here dancing, screaming, hollering. The lady next to him, she was just like looking at him. He was like, "I'm sorry, but I have money on the game." It was great. It was great.
Yep. And as soon as that game was over, he had money on other games. And so then he's at the top of his lungs screaming, "Go Yankees, go 3-on-3 women's USA basketball."
Mm-hmm.
It was aggressive. It was aggressive. And everybody in that building knew who Tony was rooting for. So
It was great, though. It was great.
I'm pretty sure that bartender went home and cried herself to sleep that night. So
yes.
Yeah. Yep. So that was the Phillies, but that was one of the only wins. Minus another one. So again, what's going on? Your team's been in first, but looking at the standings, the Braves and Mets are catching up.
It's okay. It happens. You know, we're just a little slow after the All-Star break. It happens.
Does winning the division matter to you at this point, or is it like
To tell you the truth, it doesn't really matter to me as much.
I don't think it matters as much to them either. That 6.5 point lead or 6.5 game lead you got right now is, to me, it just every week it goes down like a game and a half,
It's
2 games.
and it's okay. I'd rather let the Mets and the Braves waste their energy trying to catch up while we rest our players, and then we go from there. That's it.
Mike,
I agree with Lewis. They
What are your
keep
thoughts?
resting their players for some reason. It seems like some weird managerial moves going on over there. Yeah.
Which was a point of contention last week, I believe.
We're just gonna let Mr. Grimace, oh yeah, throw the first pitch and have their fun, and oh yeah, we got 3 in a row, we got 4 in a row, and okay.
Yeah, you got more than
It
one win
happens.
this week. So you guys are back on track. You got 2 whole wins this week. That doubles your output from the previous 2 weeks. So Phillies is doing great again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, all that losing.
So glad to have you come back and your internet work right now.
Hold on. With all that losing we're doing, you guys are still in third place. So
No. Let Chris make his point before the internet goes out again.
Chris is done.
Go ahead,
Chris
Mike.
is done.
Go ahead, Mike.
Catching up. I'm still fine with where we're at. Better to be back 6 or 8 games than 15 or 20 games like it was for a long time.
Listen, we're not looking above. We're right on top. You guys are the ones trying to catch up.
You keep winning 1 and 2 games a week. It ain't gonna last that much longer, Lewis. You gotta win some more games.
It's okay. Hey.
Lewis, is this a sustainable model for success, though? I mean, if you guys keep letting your lead chip away at this rate, by the time we get to the playoffs, you might be neck and neck with these guys.
It's okay. Okay. But we'll see. Towards the end of the season, that's when we start playing the Braves more, the Mets, and then we'll go from there.
That's fair.
Oh, and I mean, I've already said, I said at the beginning of this that I have zero faith in the Braves in the playoffs against the Phillies. The last couple of years, it has not worked out in our favor, no matter how much of a tear we've been on. It is a gauntlet once we go up against Philly for some reason. It's ridiculous.
And you know what, Paul? I agree with you, and I'm okay with it.
I'm sure.
But hold on. I'm just that guy Mike over there. He's the one who's like, oh, we're coming to get you. We're coming to get you. He's so excited. He thinks they're gonna do something.
In his defense, 90% of the teams he root for are really, really bad. He's got the Yukon Huskies that play one sport okay. They're not even division in football, barely. And then, the rest of his teams are, could be beat by some SEC schools, or the School for the Deaf and Blind could probably beat Hornets. So,
so that's why he's so excited with the
It's
Mets.
a new era for Mike's sports team, buddy. We're going to be good for a long time.
Yep.
Mike's sports teams are going to be good for a long time.
It looks like his weather. Yeah, it usually looks
like about that.
It usually looks like the weather outside, and then every once in a while, this being the last 2 months, there's a little bit of clearing out there for a minute. But I'm pretty sure it's going to start storming again pretty soon.
Spurring the Lakers. The Mets got the richest owner in sports, just waiting to spend $1 billion to build himself a championship. The Bears just drafted a quarterback, the first quarterback we've had since my 45 years of life on this earth. And we're going to be good. My teams are going to be good.
You're saying Caleb Williams is better than Justin Fields?
Yeah.
God. Hey, Matt, I'm sorry. This is the baseball podcast, not football. Let's get back to baseball. Mike, you suck. Paul, you're okay.
Mike, I want to listen. First off, I'm very interested in this turn because it sounds like Mike has become the hunter.
Yeah.
Rather than the hunted.
I got 1 point. Watch out. I got 1 point in the competition. Y'all watch out.
Woo!
I'm hunting.
Oh, wow.
Who?
Wow. Who? He got 1 point. Woo.
Mike, I want to get to you in the Mets, but I do want to touch on something actually before we segue. So I say a lot about New York teams, and I want to preface. I always say dirty New York teams.
Dirty New York teams.
Let's remember, there's There's two things. There's two things to remember here. Number one, being an '80s and a '90s baby. You know, I grew up. Obviously, when I moved to Massachusetts, New York is the opposition. It's the enemy, right? So if it's, and again, when you think about it, when I was a kid, I was a Jordan fan, and who was the biggest opposition? The Knicks, right? And what was one of the always things they would say? Oh, they play dirty, right? They try to play like the Pistons. They try to play like take Michael Jordan out, beat him up, right? So they play dirty. Or the Yankees, they play dirty, or they compete dirty because they always buy the players that they want, right? So that is kind of where the dirty New York term comes from in my regard. So I was thinking about that, and I wanted to give a little history on it. But then
make sure
also,
you're not. You better not be making a 180 here in a second.
He is. He is.
Point two was that while I was coming home, Waze decided it really wanted to take me into the heart of New York, just because I feel like I was talking a lot and it was putting that energy into the universe. And so my phone said, "Hey, you talk a lot about New York. Why don't you take a drive right into
the Queen of
heart
Means,
New York?" And let me tell you something.
To go through Queens?
What? You got what? I don't know where I went through, but all I know is that I saw.
It's not the Queen of Mean. It's the King of Mean. Come on now.
All I know is I saw an abandoned school bus on the side of the road that looked like pirates had taken it over. So again, New York, clean it up for the love of God.
Pirates of New York instead of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Clean it up. Like a school bus for real? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? School bus. Anyway, so go ahead, Mike. We'll talk about New York. But yeah, New York, not impressed.
No, I'm not a fan of the city of New York either. I've been there a couple of times. I can't remember that last second of New York that I enjoyed. The dirty city. It's there's nothing in New York.
It sounds like I showed you a better time, Matt.
I had a great time, Lewis. I had an absolute blast. PA was awesome. We'll get to that in the second half. I had a great time.
The power of the lanyard.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot about Amish culture. I learned a lot. I had a great time. But Mike, go ahead.
I got nothing left for the Mets. Mets stunk this week. We won 2 games. We're in the same boat as Atlanta and Philly this week. We all stunk.
I can co-sign your Amish experience too. I learned everything I know about the Amish from 15 years ago going up to visit Mike around March Madness. I've been up there for their Rumspringa. I've been up there for the horse stalls they have at the Walmart. Everything. Coming over to Hill, coming over to Hill in my little like sports car as they're getting off of school in their little non-motorized scooters and all that. Like I've seen it all.
I almost saw a motorcyclist and a carriage with a horse almost crash, and I was like, okay, things I thought I'd never see happen, that almost happened, but oh my God, that scared me. But I learned about that. I learned about Scrapple. I learned a lot, and I learned that the number one thing I learned is that Topher is 1,000% as authentic on screen as he is in person, and I absolutely love every second of it. By the way, I did get to meet his mom too. Gave her a nice Celtics championship shirt. So, number one fan. Just saying. Do you have a number one fan?
No, but I mean, I'm working on Chris's mom too. I guess I don't know. I'm trying to get her. No. Plutonic. Thank you. I'm going to throw Plutonic.
I was going to say the only fans you have oscillate. So.
I guess Mike's done with it. That's fine.
Mike's gone. All right. He's out again. He's gone. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come back in the second half. I don't know what it's going to look like, but what we're going to do is we're going to come in with some Matt Libs. We're going to talk about the trip a little more. Mike, the fairy godfather, is going to keep popping in and out of his little bubble. We'll go from there. I got nothing. Paul, you going to go make another daiquiri or whatever it is that you're drinking? A hot, cold chocolate latte or...
Yeah, I think it'll be a frozen Shirley Temple when I get back.
Oh,
Mas leche. All right. Come back, second half. This has been a wild episode, ladies and gentlemen, so just stay tuned. You never know what's going to happen. See you at halftime.
Yep, don't think I'm ever getting to bed tonight.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
Back. Second half of the Clashing Conferences podcast, baseball edition. I am your host, Matt. I wear glasses sometimes. My hair's real. Anyways, we're going to spin these two wheels so we can try to get these guys some points because we have a grand total of 3 plus Lewis is -1, so we have 2. So let's spin this wheel and see if we can get some points.
Positive
Good thing
points.
this is not for charity. Positive points. God, if the kids from the Iron Leg were depending on this, they would not be getting what they need. So we need points, boys.
RBIs any single
RBI
player.
by any player.
Who
All
won
right,
that last
same
week?
as last week.
Oh,
Michael did, I believe.
I thought it was Lewis. It's team total. Another positive category.
Hey,
Steven's about to spin this wheel
Okay.
until he finds something negative.
little smoke comes out of it. Oh,
RBIs.
Ooh, I like that.
Team
I
total?
like that.
We'll see if
I
it's,
like
he
that.
doesn't like
we'll
it.
see
That's
if
the
he's.
same thing
I
that
didn't
happened
think
last
so.
week.
I didn't think
We went
so. I thought we
RBI
weren't
player
sticking
and
with that.
RBI team total, and he was like, "No, we already
I
got
like
this
that
one.
too.
It's team total. We did already have."
Stop it.
That looks like a negative category there. What do you say?
There you go. Strikeouts by any single player.
all right.
Yeah, by any single player.
It sounds like Bryce Harper all
That
over it.
sounds good to me, Paul. I like your prediction.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
stop. Yeah,
during
Don't
his
be
one,
mad that your little
Mike,
buddy,
for 30.
decided he's against the Phillies for a
Hold
category.
on.
You guys been kumbaya
Mike.
for like
now
2
you're
episodes now.
Listen, so now you want to kiss his butt, huh? Now you want to jump in here. Oh yeah, Paul.
Lewis,
Yeah, let's Bryce
I would have
Harper.
said it if he didn't say it.
Don't come with that.
It wasn't an original thought.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt.
I was enjoying it. I was actually going to start. This was going to be Lewis. This was going to be Mike. So
Yeah. Now he wants to be Paul's buddy.
I wouldn't
It's
say
okay.
that.
The whole time. Oh, Paul. No, Paul, you don't deserve that point. You did curse. Get out of here.
Lewis,
You should see
did
how
you know?
he treats the best man at his wedding.
That's what I was about to say. Did you know he was the best man in his wedding?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I made a point to stay sober enough for that speech, which was pretty darn good and a whole lot better than the one the bridesmaid gave or maid of honor.
You know what?
Did you
He
read
did a
off
great
your
job
phone?
outside of the first line.
Which was
Something
I don't know.
about
I think
how
I
many
may have
women
gotten. If it let's just.
Oh, yeah. Boys, keep
That's
your
for another
points. Keep your
episode.
points. Keep your points.
That's for another episode.
Oh no, I
save-
definitely. There were parents that were there listening, but I would have been probably -4 if it was I had ran through it on this podcast. Actually,
we won't do that.
-6 if Steve was going through it with a fine tooth comb like he normally does.
Listen, poor Steve is going to be up until 4 a.m. tonight going through all the botched videos from tonight. So
I'm so sorry that after this controversy where I had a point stolen, that all of a sudden this happens.
So how about we do this?
Paul, don't lie.
How about we just let our viewers
Paul, don't lie.
How about we let our viewers tell us how much points we should really have?
Okay.
That would probably put Mike at negative points because I think his likability meter is probably pretty low right now.
Sir,
just like
sir,
the bandwidth
you
on
are
his
the
internet.
queen of mean. Our viewers are not a fan of you.
See, you see how quick he changed on you?
I am the mean.
At first he was like, "Oh yeah, Paul, bye." See, Paul, I respect you. You're not the queen of mean. You are the king of zing.
I'm the mean king of zing.
See?
And I also hope that when Matt's done with this podcast and he gets off the couch, that he stubs his toe.
You will be, Paul, you will be happy to know that I obliterated my toe earlier today. Like, I literally did not know if it was still attached to my body. So don't worry, buddy. I already took care of that for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to show us?
No.
So how about we put a poll out there? How about, social media?
Who wants to see our toes?
No.
No.
You don't want to see my toes. I get a pedicure every other week. But no, just to see who should be winning. Who should have the most points?
I mean, there is another viable option, which is all of your teams just stop sucking so hard, and then we'd be good.
I agree with that.
Minus hashtag 1,000 grimaces. I'm not going to.
We don't need it. We don't need a poll. We got a wheel.
If you guys want to get behind this movement,
see, oh yeah, Mike. Oh yeah, you got a wheel. Come on, stop. Leave it alone.
we do have wheels.
I didn't make the game.
How about we
I didn't
just,
make the
you
game.
know?
You got to complain to somebody else.
Oh yeah. That's how it goes.
All right, boys. Is it
I'm
that
ready.
time?
Let's go.
That time.
Cheaters are always ready.
Matt Lib's time, baby. Content manager, if you're still awake, cue the music. More than one. That's gonna come back and haunt somebody. No, they're quick. They're quick. Easy one goes bye-bye.
Matt
All right.
Phibbs, let's do it.
Matt what?
Matt Phibbs, let's do it.
Matt Libs.
Mad Libs, baby. Get it right. Listen, I already had people asking that Matt Libs be a part of the football podcast. I said, hey, I can only spread the wealth so much.
You know what that means?
What?
Baseball podcast. Trendsetters.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Louis.
That's all I would say.
Yes,
carried
it was
over
in
from
the
basketball.
Yeah.
This thing has its own legs, man.
Hey, listen, now. It happens here.
Now.
No. Come on now.
Let's see. Not starting with Paul because he didn't come out this weekend. Good. Okay. So.
Oh, because you did?
What?
Yes, he did, and the hair is real.
The hair is real. All right, Mike. I'll start with an easy one. Okay. Your favorite moment from this weekend was
staying in the car because it was.
I got out of the car. I'm a fat guy. My favorite moment was cheesesteaks.
After you told him,
teaching Tony how to order it and him messing it up anyway.
That was great. No, wait, so when we talked about that before, that was on the old recording.
Man, we stood in line for 30, 40 minutes waiting for a cheesesteak, teaching Tony the whole time what to say. And go ahead and do. I'll let you do the imitation.
My imitation is of the man that was cooking, that was taking the orders. So they got 10 people making these cheesesteaks, and what do you want? And Tony says it, and the guy stopped what he was doing and looked at him and went, "A whiz without. I would like a whiz without." Like Tony said, like he was an Englishman, and I would like a whiz without a steak and cheese, sir. Not
the two very nice ladies
great.
behind us that we had struck up a long conversation with and talked about the podcast with. What did they order? Do you remember?
They ordered like straight dry. They just want like
steaks,
meat and
no
bread.
cheese, no nothing. Everybody starts hooting and hollering and make a big scene.
They should have
made a big scene.
Definitely kicked
and then
out
the
of
lady
line.
goes, "Oh, come on, people! When I get home, I put my banana peppers on this thing." She started telling us how she was going to doctor this up, and everybody was like, "Oh, okay, you're a professional."
No, I would have. If I were the place, I wouldn't have given her anything. Be like, you're going to take it home and you're going to doctor it up, meaning that you're not getting a Jim's cheesesteak. You're getting.
I would have.
You might as well go to a grocery
store.
That's it. Get the steak, do it yourself. You were. Oh, that's terrible.
Just give her a roll, empty roll. That's it.
I mean, my favorite part about that story, Mike, was them telling us outside about how this place's cheesesteaks are a bit dry.
Well, they were fighting over it. One lady liked, I think, Angelo's, and one lady was swearing by Jim's.
Yep. I was like, okay, a little dry. What do you get on it? And she was like, nothing. I went, okay, that doesn't make sense. But okay. Good. You would just like a steak on bread, is what you're telling me, because there's no cheese.
So maybe you should go to Outback. You get your steak and you get the rolls before. It's the same thing.
Oh, she wants a whiz without everything. Yeah, I had many good moments. I'm gonna let more time go by before I think of the appropriate ones to bring up. But yeah, that was a good one, Mike. That was great. Let's see, Lewis. Your favorite moment with Clementone was? Oh, that's what it was. The origination of Clementone. I'll get to that.
Dude, Sunday, sitting at the bar, and just when I order the shots, what is this? What? Pickle juice? Whiskey? How do we take this?
Pickleback.
Yeah, pickleback shots. How do I do it?
Pickleback. I was like, is that a new Nickelback group? What are we talking about? That was, yeah. Now,
Yes.
just saying, that was just a small sample size, by the way, Lewis. That is,
Wow.
if you'd like to relocate to Wisconsin, you could be doing that all the time.
Nah, negative. Negative, Red Ranger. Not at all.
Oh boy! So for the audience members at home, if you're wondering who Clementone is Tony P from the basketball podcast. He was the guy that every week would sporadically log on before his internet kicked him out or whatever the case was. So if you have been watching, then you would know that a running joke is Matt makes fun of his dogs, mainly because I don't think his dogs love him. But either way, I just think it's funny. But with that said, Tony loves his dogs. Yay, that's a good story. Well, here's another story. We go into a place in Philly. We start talking to some people. Tony somehow inserts his dogs into the conversation. So then the lady starts asking about him and she starts saying all kinds of stuff, making fun of him, which we're loving. And then at one point she goes, all right, fine. Tell me your dog's name, but it better not be a sissy name. And Tony looked at her and said,
No, that's not what she said.
I'm not swearing. This is for the kids. I'm not swearing.
No.
And told him that his dog's name was Clementine. Is that correct? That was Clementone. You weren't even there, Lewis. What are you talking about? Get out of here.
You told me the
Lewis,
story,
you should be
so I
glad
know.
you weren't there for that one. It was a nightmare. There was some very drunk interactions going on, and drunk white ladies with their white claws. It was a bad scene, man.
Oh man.
Paul, you for various reasons, you sparked up a lot of controversy and got the comment section popping this week on Instagram. I don't know if you have one or not, but there's this podcast that we're affiliated with, and you might have been mentioned on it because of your takes on baseball movies. So I kind of want to double back to that, and I would like to ask you, Paul, and the other guys can chime in too. Paul, best sports movie ever, not baseball. And you can have more than one. You can have more than one.
Best sports movie ever? That's really tough because there's a lot of good sports movies. A lot of them are actually about football. I will tell you this, let me not answer that and let me answer something different. When I say that, it's there's a movie that does come on regularly that at any point that I see that it's on, like it could be 15 minutes in, 15 minutes left in it, and anything in between. If it's on, I can sit down and enjoy it for the rest of however much time it has. That would be, for whatever reason, The Replacements with Keanu Reeves, and I have no idea why.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
Lewis?
Gridiron Gang.
The what? Gridiron Gang?
Gridiron Gang.
Got it. That's the one with The Rock, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
and all the guys,
I'm a big,
and all the guys get the brand new equipment. They're like, "Oh, what do I need this for?" They all don't want to wear the cup, and as soon as the receiver gets cracked in the nuts, he's like, "Ah! Hey, coach, I think I need to go to the locker room." Oh, you forgot your cup, and then next thing you know, everybody's like, "I did too." Oh. Great movie.
Huh?
I mean, I would probably put, the one I missed from last week. I would probably put Major League up there. But another favorite of mine is, again, it's all football movies for the most part. Any Given Sunday is pretty great. I would throw in White Men Can't Jump for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How about the one with Adam Sandler? What's that one?
Waterboy.
No, not Waterboy. No, is it Adam Sandler? They're in prison.
And since Mike's not,
yeah, it is Longest Yard.
Yeah,
and there you go.
Since Mike's not here, I think the movie Radio really resonates with him.
Cold-blooded. I know, and I can read between the lines, Paul. Okay, darn, I'm sad Michael's not here. I was interested to hear his answers. We'll have to pop it in when he comes back. But a couple of mine that come to mind first: Varsity Blues, all-time
Yes.
classic.
Let me
Let's
add Blue
see.
Chips. Blue Chips in there also. Love me
Blue
some Blue
Chips.
Chips.
Hoop Dreams. Because that's like one of the first
whoa.
real documentaries.
How about Coach Carter?
Coach Carter's a great one. Yep.
Above the Rim.
Above the
Big fan
Rim.
of Above the Rim.
What's the one with Keanu Reeves as the baseball coach with the little kids and the one pitcher he wears the headphones?
Oh God, I know what you're talking about, but I don't. Basketball Diaries, though. Don't know if you've ever seen that one, boys, but that is a.
Nope.
For the sports movies, I don't like any of the mushy stuff in it. Like, let me get some like
You just
stuff.
want the sports.
Yeah, like the program.
Yeah.
Like I want it all raw.
What I'll be honest too, sports movies break my heart in a sense of I'm sure you guys know too. It's like I can identify a basketball player when I see one within the first like 3 seconds. So I hate in movies when it's
The
like
Longest
Family Matters
Yard.
episodes. Yeah, like Urkel can dribble, we know that, but then you got these guys that are like and no one can pass or dribble or move. Like when you're watching a sports movie and you can tell it's not real, that kind of takes away from it. Varsity Blues, I was just loving that they were all getting flipped in the air. That was fantastic. So
Yeah, like I really don't think that Bill Bellamy is going to be a number one receiver. Same thing with Orlando Jones. Like, sorry.
Ooh, you know what though? Let's dance around this one, but I'm just gonna say it. This is an actual one of my favorite movies, Juana Man. That's a good movie. It really is.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Oh.
Enjoy that movie. All right.
If you were to have that movie on, my next thing out of my mouth would be, do you want to turn that off?
Yeah, okay.
Whoa. Good one.
That was good.
One.
That was good. I was expecting you to lose a point. I was not expecting you to make me
Good
laugh.
one.
Well, you've been baiting me for like 2 weeks now. I swear that you and the Beard of Knowledge and Mike are all in cahoots together.
Oh, I can assure you, sir. I am no. I am my own one-man band. That is I. Nope. I'm in cahoots with nobody. Okay. I'm the rookie of the year. I'm winning championships. I'm hosting podcasts. I'm going to Iron Bowl. This is what I do. All right. Lewis,
Yes, sir.
your beautiful host, Matt, could juke blank % of the players at the Iron Bowl for a reception. How many of those players do you think that old Matty Blue Eyes over here could shake for a catch, a pass?
I would say all of them.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yes.
All? That's
all of them.
Sure.
Do you guys get to meet Papali?
Yes. Well, I did.
No.
I did. He left probably maybe 10 minutes before they showed up.
Probably because it was raining. It was like, F this place. It sucks. I'll make my donation. I'm out.
Listen, I will say this. The man is
invincible.
He is humble as they come.
Well, good. I mean, that's the way that he's been portrayed to me. So
listen, when it started pouring, like this thing was like a monsoon. It started pouring, tents were flying and everything. We told him like, yo, hey, listen, get in the trailer so you can be safe. He said, no.
I'm going to turn into Rogue from X-Men and I'm going to make this all go away.
No, he said, if you guys are out here, I'm out here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then we told him, once the game started, we're like, hey, listen, you can go into the freaking, into the box, into the press box, so you don't get wet or nothing. He said, no, I'm going to sit in the bleachers just like everybody is. And he did. And then when he left, he came down the steps and then he came up to me. He said, thank you. I appreciate everything you did. Thank you for volunteering. That man was there the whole time.
Yep.
Great guy.
You should have had him like sign your thigh and then go to get that later that night to a tattoo parlor, get that signature tatted.
Well, hold on. I'm not done. Hold on.
Oh boy.
This fool really got a tattoo, or he's going to show us his belly.
No, I didn't. He autographed my Eagles helmet.
That's what's up.
That's pretty cool. I only have one problem. He signed the wrong side.
Ooh.
What? Hold on. he signed it to Lewis.
I
Get that
understand.
right.
No, he signed the wrong side. You signed the other side.
No,
The
he
inside.
doesn't, because Kevin Riley signed the other side.
Fair enough. Kevin Riley did sign the right side, the correct side first. Just letting you know. I can take
He
you around the
did.
room. I can take you around the. You want to? I mean, we could go around the room if you want. I can show you.
Don't mess that hair up.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I saw the hair too, ladies and gentlemen. It is real. It is HD. It is luscious.
No, that would be that's an excellent inscription. And
on the helmet. Hey,
yes,
he's back.
you are invincible. Having that on the helmet is pretty sweet.
And I will say that he did say that a lot.
That he's invincible.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that's his moneymaker.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would be too. Great.
I mean,
Mike,
it
you're
says it
back?
on my jersey. I mean, I have a Vince Papale autographed Eagles jersey. It's got invincible on it.
I think so.
Mike,
I will
you
say
back?
he is for the people.
Mike, it's your turn.
Good, because he came from as a he was a regular people.
Mike's about to get invincible all over this podcast. Mike, real quick. This will be a quick one, but I want your answer to the one you just missed. So after Grimace, after Grimace, your favorite McDonald's character is
Hamburglar.
Definitely the Hamburglar.
Because he looks like
Hamburglar. Hamburglar.
the same body structure.
Only because of the old Jungle Gym bars where you could get up in between the two pieces of bun and they had the like jail bars around it. Those were cool.
They weren't like
those were
bars;
very
they were
cool.
jail bars. Those were real jail bars. The other question you missed, Mike, that I was interested in because of the controversy that it stirred up in the comments section last week. Best sports movie, not baseball. It can be any sport. You can have multiple answers.
Yeah, did you let him know that I
have
think
trouble
we put
with
out
this
like
because
15?
I don't consider it necessarily a sport, but I'm a huge fan of Talladega Nights, man.
That one was not mentioned.
Good answer. Good answer.
Loosely sports related,
gonna throw
NASCAR,
Space
but
Jam
great
in, too.
movie.
Yeah, so throw Space Jam out there then.
Space Jam. But go ahead, Mike. Yeah, we each gave like 3, so I want to hear at least 1 or 2 more, see if there's any crossover.
God, still, I mean, I said my baseball answer last week was Major League. That's one of my favorite sports movies of all time. Any sport. God, there's so many good football movies. I don't even know where I would
I went through like half a dozen.
Tell me what you picked.
I mean, I had like Lewis and Matt went for mushy stuff, but I said like the program,
What did we get like
Oh,
Sandra Bullock
No.
here? Like did we go to
No, he said like hoop he said
About
like
the
hoop
program.
diaries and some other stuff.
No, I said
Dreams?
no. I said Great Iron Gang. How is that a boo 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 movie?
It wasn't, but at one point both of you said something that's got like kissy scenes and weird
No,
elevator.
not me. No,
Said
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Mr.
whoa, whoa.
Summer Heights?
I did,
Are you
wait a
I
kidding
minute.
did
me?
not say
You
Mr.
that.
guys,
Teen
you guys do
rom-com
not
himself?
take this
Oh
from
my
Paul
God.
after his
No.
answer last week on whatever that baseball trash garbage that he threw out there for his baseball movie. So you guys can't take no trash after he picked a chick flick for his baseball movie last week.
Oh, I'm not.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. But I did not mention no chick flick or no boo-hoo movie. I said Great
What
Iron
was the
Gang.
Adam Sandler
on now.
movie?
All right.
Thank you. Yo, it's
Waterboy.
amazing.
Damn it, I lost
He
connection.
wasn't a part of
Not
it.
Two
that
people
one.
cracking
The
up,
other
lost
one.
connection.
Longest yard.
Yes.
No, I want to
Dude.
say Waterboy because I got a Coach Klein autographed helmet over here.
I gotta
Dude,
say, honestly,
that's
a little
amazing.
surprised.
That's amazing.
No one said dodgeball or rounders.
Yep. No, hold on. Time out. How about
I don't
the
take
Mighty
rounders
Ducks?
as a.
How about
I mean,
Mighty Ducks? Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks. Yep. Hold on, Paul. Go ahead though. You were gonna say
rounders. I don't think would be a sports movie. I wouldn't think.
He went bye-bye
I
again.
thought it was gambling too, but if it's on ESPN, then it's got to be a sport, right? Series of poker.
I mean, I guess I watched a lot of the Ocho this week, and I saw a lot of things that I don't consider sports, like slippery
Ocho.
like slippery stairs. That's
Paul,
not a sport.
Paul, wait until that might actually be. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. Next week's Matt Libs is actually going to be a special edition. This is something I've done in the past with.
The
I
Ocho?
absolutely love it.
I
No.
love the
Ready?
Ocho.
So it's either called. I call it sport or skill, and you tell me. I'll name whatever the event or thing is, and you tell me if it's a sport or a skill, and then we'll argue and debate. But
I like it. I agree. I
mhm.
like it.
Yes, I
Thumbs
have a
up.
very
Thumbs
defined
up, baby.
criteria.
Woo!
I'm ready.
Hey, look, I got fireworks.
I
I gotta
like
get
it.
fireworks.
Oh wait, hold on. Give him the Philly shimmy. Hold on.
That looks more like the truffle shuffle from Goonies. I'm sorry. Thanks for doing that, though, Chunk.
That's exactly what it is.
Me
All
sloth,
right,
you
Paul.
chunk.
Paul, we gotta go, but I have one last question for you, Lewis. You can answer if you want, and this is because I ate at a restaurant recently, Shaken Dog, out here in Fitchburg, Mass. If anybody ever watches this and sees it, Shaken Dog. But their hot dog game is A1. So, Paul, best hot dog topping or toppings for a pizza or a pizza hot dog is blank.
I don't know, but I hope I get paid from this, or at least a free hot dog. Harry's frickin' hot dogs in Pennsylvania. I don't know where it is.
He said best top.
Harry's.
So, what do you get when you go to Harry's? What do you get on your hot dog?
Their homemade meat sauce. They sit there on a flat top and they they slice all the hot dogs like it's just a hot dog, and they're still cutting it in half, slicing it all kinds of different ways.
Yep.
And they put Cheese Whiz in their own homemade meat sauce. This meat sauce, I mean, that's how you order it. You know, their traditional way is with meat sauce, onions, and mustard. Meat sauce, onions, and I think Cheese Whiz. I just get it with the whiz because we don't. No place down in Virginia does whiz, so I'll put whiz on anything I eat up there. But the whiz and the meat
you're
sauce.
doing too much. You're doing too
It sounds
much.
like
See,
people in
if I go
Philly.
if I go catch me a Phillies game, I just get ketchup, mustard, and then give me that good sauerkraut. That's it. Good ballpark hot dog. All this cheese whiz and no, just keep it simple.
Did they put Cheese Whiz in your guys' baby bottles in Philly growing up? Like, what is the obsession with Cheese Whiz?
No.
Like we don't have anything down here. It's got Cheese Whiz. And Mike and I, we used to go to. Remember, we went to college together, and Mike would put cheese sauce, their little cheddar cheese sauce, from the cafeteria on literally everything. And he was kind of known for that. But I mean, cheese sauce is great on, but we just don't have that option down here. So when I go up there, I want Cheese Whiz on everything. My fries, their hot dogs. I mean, I'm just trying to be a man of the culture. I'm just trying to immerse myself in the culture.
I like how at the end of the day, they're all Philly fans. They like their cheese whiz.
Kappa Delta Cheese Whiz fraternity, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Lynchburg, Virginia.
Whoa.
Ay. Huh? I've been doing my homework, Paul. I've been paying attention. Okay. I'm a man of the people. I was out there passing out cards this weekend. I was out there mingling with the Philly folk. Okay. Where were you?
I've been marketing this thing before you were even like your wife was even thinking about divorcing you. I mean, so long ago. No, every time I go up there,
he didn't go across it. He went.
Ask Steve. Every time that I come up there, I take the cards and I put them in the bathroom, and
I thought you were gonna say I throw them out the window.
No, that's what the people do when they go and they get them. Because I mean, yeah, no, but
Right.
I'm the one that goes in there and like lines them up against the mirror behind the sink. That's me.
All right. Well, I need you to apologize to Steve because now he's going to have to edit out that last little chunk that you said because can't be saying things like that could be used against us in a court of law later on. Paul, you of all people should know that.
My bad.
Okay.
Sorry, but that's the mean king of Zing. I apologize. I can't.
Obviously, that Cheese Whiz comment really hit a nerve. Now I know where the line is. Don't talk about Cheese Whiz. Michael, would you like to say goodbye to the folks before you are involuntarily kicked off again, or we're getting ready to sign off? But
sure, he's ready to go dark here again with that frozen look on his face.
Typical Mets fan.
Looks like he's had too many frozen hot chocolates.
Oh my god!
Too many frozen hot chocolates. He's just frozen.
Okay, well, just like when the Phillies beat the Mariners, it's time for us to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the three of us now. So, content manager, super sorry for what's about to happen to you tonight. Paul, extra apology for saying borderline naughty thing. I don't know. You guys got anything you want to say before we sign off?
apologies for possibly affecting the rest of your life. My bad.
Listen,
In a negative way.
Listen, subscribe, watch, and follow.
Including Clementone and Paul. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your mom, tell your grandma, pass out cards. Come see us in Philly. Come to the Iron Leg. I'm telling you, next year, Iron Leg is going down. Oh, by the way, Paul, we're going to be having a Clash and Conferences Olympics next summer.
Yes.
You better start training now. You better start drinking all your hot, cold, chocolate concoctions or whatever it is you do. Go ahead, start getting the PESs because you're going to need them because we are having Clash and Conferences Olympics.
Yes, we are.
Bad news. I might be living in PA next summer, so Paul's probably not going to come if I can't give him a ride. If I can't give him a ride, he's not going to come.
He doesn't come anyways. What are you talking about? How's that change anything?
I need a schedule. I need a schedule.
Paul, I will go pick you up.
Advance notice.
Paul.
Don't make me come down there.
Advance notice.
Paul.
Advance notice and not going all the way into Philly. I'm game.
I will come get you myself.
I plan to come up for a weekend for football at some point during the NFL season. We did it last year. It was awesome.
Am I going to be there?
If you would like to, yes.
Okay, good answer.
Unless Steve doesn't edit out what I said and you're behind bars.
Yeah, I missed whatever had to be edited. I hope Paul cursed though.
The only bar he's going to be behind is the countertop.
You know what? My lawyer will be calling you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Clash of Conferences conference. I can't even talk anymore. This has been the wildest episode. This is like take 4. Mike, you still here?
For now.
He's back. We're going. Get your hot frozen chocolate, mocha lattes, whatever. I'm Matt. That's Lewis. That's Paul. That's Mike. See you next week. Maybe we'll have a guest. I don't know.
Like,
except for Paul.
subscribe, and follow.